My name is Dee, your presenter 001. Welcome to the D Experience. When we talk about the creative economy, there are some names that cannot miss. There are names that are supposed to be out there shouting out loud, but these names are underground, if I may say. But if you hear the name June Injete, what comes to your mind? Are you in the content industry? Are you in the creative economy? Are you about to give up? Have you made it? You know, some people take us for jokers. Hour to a content. I have the pro today. Ladies and gentlemen, June Injete is in the studio. Hi.
Hi.
Karibu.
Oh my goodness, what an introduction.
You know, you're blushing. I'm like,
I'm blushing.
That's totally you. And I've not even said half of it.
Oh my goodness.
So take it away. Tell us who June Injete is, your background, what you've been up to, what you've done. What I know is that you wear a lot of caps.
Okay.
Yes. So you
That's
tell
true.
us. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that intro, Dee. June has, I feel like maybe I'm like on a third, fourth life right now.
Mm-hmm.
I started in marketing and communications.
Yes.
In fact, was a creator myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got my first job because I was a blogger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Take us back. I think you've rushed this intro. Take us back kindly. So where did this whole journey start? I'm not going to go back to, okay, a lot of people started in high school because for me, journalism club was just the it when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I used to write letters. I used to write what happened in school letters, like what happened in the course of the week. And then on Friday, I'd stand in front of the assembly and actually read to guys who did what, who got punishment, who got expelled, that for me started from school.
Wow.
That was my journey, I can say, into journalism. Yeah. So for me, it is something I wanted from way back. But for you, probably you studied something different, and then later on you're like, blogging iko na pesa. Wacha niandike watu. Ulikuwa unaandika watu kama blogger.
Goodness, no.
So where did that journey begin?
No, I like to write.
Yes.
I like to write, and I think that time blogging was still a new thing, right? It was back in uni. I had a website, and then, you know, when you're in school, there's all these people with different talents.
Yes.
So I had a friend of mine create for me a website. It was really cute. I was doing lifestyle content, society content, just like opinion pieces.
Yes.
I was doing that for a while, and then I graduated, and you know, it sometimes can be a hassle getting a job after school. So there was somebody looking for like a marketing intern, whatever. So I was like, let me just try. When I put it in, actually, the guy who interviewed me was the CEO of the place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, you do blogging, right? And that time it was like a new thing. Or just keiki. And like, yeah, we have a website. We need to revamp. We need to do our socials better and all these kind of things. And I was doing that already.
Yes.
So
You're like, I'm available.
Yeah, I'm available. Like now, you know, it was just like a month after I'd graduated.
Were you thinking money, or for you, you're like, this is the opportunity? I've been looking for a job. I've been looking for something to do, and this has come.
Yeah.
Because I know that age, you're just from school. The excitement is nimepata job. But were you thinking, fine, you're giving me a job. What am I earning?
Yeah. No, I was thinking I'd like the job.
Yes.
You know, because I also don't want to be in a place where you're bored. You know, there's sometimes you're in an internship, but you really feel wasted.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not
I'm just here because I need this, but I don't feel at home.
Yes, I don't feel like I'm gaining anything from here. I'm not getting value. So I was excited that actually I'd be earning from doing something I like to do.
Yes.
Even without being paid when I'm at home, you know. So even before I had gone far, when I just like just out the door, and the guy calls and says, I think you're the one for it. And I was like,
hey, hiya.
Okay.
I'm making it.
I was like, that was fast.
Yes.
And I think sometimes that's a good thing also about meeting the people, the decision makers.
Do you want to mention where that was?
That was in Casneb.
Okay.
That was in Casneb. Imagine.
Okay.
So there was another organization within Casneb, and they wanted to bring up the organization that was supporting it.
Yes.
So like wanted to do our website, manage our members and everything. So these membership organizations, they are, right? They depend on their members for subscriptions, newsletters, blah, blah. So they wanted me to be on that.
Yes.
So I did that for maybe a year. Nikatoka hapo, where did I go? Gosh, I can't even remember. I feel like I'm old, but you know, sometimes you can't remember this stuff.
How old is old?
I'm not old.
No,
hey.
We're baby girls. How old is old?
We're baby girls. But I think another job I got that was worth my while. I also got in marketing.
Okay.
But then, like you said, putting on many hats. I was doing a lot. I was managing people. I was managing small businesses. I was working for a foundation, but also the foundation was a financial institution.
Yes.
Yeah. So, also you get to work at the back end. You know how now money works, how loans work, what businesses are required to have so that they can get loans and whatnot. So, I was learning a lot. It was quite a curveball.
Yes.
And when I was there now, I got exposed to I realized everything I'm doing is project management.
Yes.
Every business is a project. Every entrepreneur is a project. All their portfolios are projects.
Yes.
And so when I was there, I decided to do a diploma in project management because I was like, I need to understand the lingo. Sometimes you're talking about evaluations, measurements, what's the impact. Now, because okay, what do they actually mean? What are they actually looking for? So I did that, and then I left. So when I was there, I was working in a marketing capacity, but most of my work was in projects.
Yes.
So when I left now, I said, let me just shoot my shot. And I applied for a program management job. And I got it. I was like, oh, okay.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
That's quite different because some people, once you get, say, for example, you got the marketing gig, one would be comfortable.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this is what I wanted, me, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Somebody would not want to learn. Like, what am I bothering? So there are other people who are doing this project thing. It's not my place.
Yes,
let me
that's
just do the
true.
marketing.
Very true.
But you spread your wings and you're like, let me learn. Where's the ham?
Yeah.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
Who do you get this from? Let's go back home. Mom, dad?
I think both my parents.
Yes.
My dad is entrepreneurial. He's a businessman. And my mom has an entrepreneurial mindset. She's really fast. Actually, my mom has an incredible story because she started working in her 40s. So she's one of those who got a miracle type of thing happen.
Yeah.
So I think also both of them are go-getters, very driven. So at that point, I was looking at if I just need this to get to here, why not, right? Because I was like, clearly I'm enjoying this more than the marketing,
Background? Growing up? Are you a Nairobian? Because most Nairobians are like, sisi tu ni mabontao, sit ko tu sawa hapa tu pambani. Then you find guys who actually went to school or grew up in the village are the ones who come to the city and take everything by the horns.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're a bontao?
I'm a bontao, but I was raised by parents who were born in shacks, born and raised.
Yes.
Now them the ones who came to Nairobi to just take over,
Yeah.
And they did. So they're very driven, like I told you, entrepreneurial. So for them, it's like, you want it, go get it.
Yes.
Do what you have to do to get it. So with that attitude, with that kind of upbringing, I was like, let me go for it. Of course, I'd not been in a project management capacity before. But when I applied, I got and I was like, wow,
Because here you are, you've already acquired a bit of the knowledge.
Yes.
From the same place that you've been working.
Yeah.
So project manager, ndio.
Yeah.
The zeros have added.
June now.
Money.
I was like, and it was a very interesting part of project management.
Yes.
Because I was working at Baraza Media Lab, and their focus is on media development, and they also work with creatives, right? Storytellers, podcasters, content creators. So now I had gotten into project management, but in a very different angle. Yes. Before I was in social impact and I was doing enterprise development. Now I came into media development.
Yes.
And now the media development is more about upskilling journalists, working with journalists.
It's a whole new gamble.
100%, So now I had to get to know the needs of journalists, communicators, and everything. And then now design projects that would be, of course, useful to them, beneficial for both of us. Because, when they succeed, you succeed.
Yes.
When a project goes well, it means the organization is also doing well.
Yes.
I did that for almost 3 years. And then in the process, I really got interested in the creative economy. Of course, I started interacting with a lot of people in the creative scene, right? You happen upon a musician, some lifestyle influencer, photographers, videographers. You'd be in these spaces where, and it's like such a big deal to so many people. Yes. So when you're in these spaces and you realize, okay, this will really have a lot of influence on others, young people upcoming. And so I took an interest in it, and then I started doing research. Okay. Now, what I learned is very important when you're in these different spaces is making Networking. I think it's so important how you present yourself to others.
Very important.
You never know who has the next opportunity for you. You know what I mean?
Who's listening? Who's watching?
Exactly.
Image.
Exactly.
Show up and show up.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I found out that and I was like, honestly, I feel like it was my biggest takeaway when I was there.
Yes.
Because, also, if your work speaks for you, it speaks for you.
It does.
And then it's also always important to how you treat others, right? And for me, I think that's where my opportunities came from. People that I met.
Rubbing shoulders with musicians, with, I may say, celebrities. It didn't give you a change of heart, a change of mind and said, Allah, by there, pia mimi naanza ku create content. Pia mimi, I want a bit of that.
Yeah.
For some people, I'm hanging out to the Dish is a radio presenter. I'd like to be one.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out to these people. Why don't I start doing content? You ever thought of leaving what you're doing because you're already in it?
Yeah.
You're already inside. So for you kutoka ni, did you think of that, or you're like, you guys do your thing?
Yeah.
Mimi niko tu sawa hapa.
I think I had already kind of had a taste of all that.
Blogging.
Yes, those blogging. And after blogging, like I said, I just move on. So I did the website for some time. And then at some point, I used to listen to BBC Compass. So BBC Compass has this, it was, I don't know if it's still on, but it was a podcast. And it takes you around the world. Yes. Right? So they go to Beijing. Someone talks about how they've been Beijing and they interview people from there. They go to Australia. They go to where. So that, I really like listening to that. Yes. That time I was at home. I think I just had my second baby. And so I was just passing time. And I listened to those podcasts. So I decided to start a podcast.
Okay.
I did.
What did you call it? What year is this?
This is 2018.
Oh my goodness.
2018, 2019.
Sisi tuko kwa podcast.
Yeah.
You started it way back.
Oh my God, 2018, 2019.
What did you call it?
It was called The Upcomers. The Upcomers podcast.
Yes.
And I named it that because I was looking at up and coming young people who wanted to make their lives better.
Yes.
So the way I looked at the content was I can provide content that's valuable, that people can use as a reference to make their lives better.
Yes.
At that time, I think my dad had gifted me a phone. It was an iPhone. I was really excited about it. And then I got some lapels, I think, from Amazon or something.
Yes.
And I was being creative.
Shooting with your phone.
Shooting with my phone.
Use what you have.
Exactly. Use what you have.
That has taken me back.
Yeah, to that.
And that's how I was found. That's how I got into radio.
That's amazing.
Through the phone.
Yeah.
So here you are. I saw your light. Took the phone.
No, I mean, thanks for also, just letting us know about that. Because it's really important. I think sometimes people feel like, I need to have all this stuff.
I want a microphone.
Right.
I want a roadcaster.
I want a studio.
Big camera. I see 100. I want a studio. No.
I need lights. I need everything.
No. This journey can start from anywhere.
Yeah.
With 100%. Your phone in your kitchen. And then let's talk content a bit. In this country, there is so much to talk about. In Kenya, if you want to get bored, niwewe. Every day there's something happening.
Yeah, that's true.
It's your neighbor. It's you walking to the kiosk. It's content is everywhere. It surrounds you. You can speak about so many things.
Yeah.
And then just sit back and waiting. Oh, sawa, sisi hapo alisema watanipatia area yao ya podcast. Not wait.
Yeah.
You do your thing.
Yes.
So this is 2018, 2019. You're with your new iPhone.
Yes.
What content are you recording for us?
So
giving people info.
Yeah, giving people info. So I thought, hey, what do young people want to know? So there was a time there's this whole craze about people going abroad.
Yes.
What wamemaliza shule? How do they get scholarships? How do you go? Nini. So luckily enough, I had such people at home, right? My sisters.
They want to leave.
No, they actually got 95% scholarships, and they studied in the US. Yes. So I was like, girls, I need content, right? So they're twins. I was like, I need content. So I recorded about my.
Give us
your Tell us, how did this happen? What did you do to get there, right? And then that was one of my first episodes, right? And then one of my brothers got a job with government. And so I asked him, what's your experience like working for Gava?
So you're actually interviewing the people at home.
Exactly. You have to start at home. Doesn't it say that? They say start at home.
Yes. So you're not going out.
I'm not going.
Kujeni hapa, nyinyi ndio content yangu.
Yeah. I remember
someone who watched this will
please
and run with it.
Please.
Yes.
I remember interviewing a friend of mine. He's a doctor. So I made his series a part 1, part 2. And what we did, we met at a quiet kind of convenience store.
Yes.
And then we sat in his car. You know, the cars can also be soundproof.
Yes.
And we recorded. And it was excellent. So I had like 1.5 hours of content. I did it part 1, part 2. And I wanted to know, you know, what do doctors in Kenya go through? You know, what's that like? I asked him, you know, do you get numb? How do you feel about like helping people? They walk in. And that time he was doing his rounds in Kenyatta. Alafu anaenda pahali pengine, another hospital. He does his thing. And there was so many, it was really interesting. And I think when you look around you, all the resources you need are already there. Do you know?
It is just for you to grab and run with
It's true.
Yes.
Yeah. So there I was, still with my iPhone.
Yes.
Just like this.
Doing your content.
And
where are you posting this
lapels.
content?
So those days I'd post it on SoundCloud. And then I was also editing my own content.
Okay.
I was editing on Audacity on my laptop. And then I started posting on Anchor as well. I had found a site. I would add some to music, had a whole intro, everything.
You just had a baby and you have all this time.
Yeah.
And me, I had a baby and I was like, nataka kupumzika.
I was like, I'm bored. I'm not doing anything at home. You know, when
you're not used to just sitting around.
Yes,
find something to do.
right? Because I had been working. Then when the second baby came, I was like, let me just take a beat. So now I had to find something to do. But by then I had started getting into work kidogo, just a consultancy here, there. Yes. Yeah. And so I think the last episode I recorded, so what's interesting, during COVID, I even started doing virtual ones.
Yes.
So I would use Zoom. And I think with Zoom, the first 40 minutes, it's free.
Yes.
So I would record Zoom and then I just go back and edit again. So I did 2 episodes like that. I was a guest on our Friends. And Hash is in another country. So this was really exciting for us to know, wow, we're recording a whole podcast and we're in a different country.
You're actually comparing. I'm in Kenya. You're in Kenya, she's there.
Yeah.
The and whole so COVID situation.
Exactly. Everything was virtual at that time. Yes. Do you know I even once recorded, I think my final podcast, I recorded on phone. Like a conversation. I think I had done that twice, actually. I did one with a friend. She was in the social impact space. She still is. And she's very heavy into enterprise development. So we had a phone podcast.
Convo, yeah.
Right? Because I was like, how am I going to do this? Because there's all social distancing. People are not, meeting and whatever.
This has to be done. So let's improvise. Let's look for a way.
Yeah. And I think the phone I had at the time could record. Because now at this point, my baby had spoiled my iPhone.
Yes.
So I was like, it's okay. Wacha tuendele. So...
So you could still do the recording.
Yeah. I think I had an Oppo, and it has, some of these Chinese phones have really unique capabilities.
Yes.
So
their cameras are killer.
Hey, that's true.
For anything, cameras.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to talk about them so much. They have not sponsored this.
Yeah, they haven't.
Yeah, so
we're just saying. We're
just appreciating. So this is you at Baraza Lab.
Yeah.
How are things going? How many years were you there before you exited? And then we speak about where you are right now. Yes.
So I was at Baraza for almost 3 years.
Yes.
2 years and 8-9 months. It was really good, actually. I got a lot of exposure, of course, in terms of now I was running everything. Like I was running the program department because Baraza is small. That time they were still starting up. Yes. When you're working with a startup, you wear many hats. Just the way
absolutely.
Sasa when do unaandika proposals, when do una execute, when do
una when him to a ground.
Bas, kila kitu.
They want to scout for talent.
Yes, talk to June about this and that. So you're in every call, you're writing and everything. So, but the thing is that I had a supportive boss, Morris, and so we're able to execute quite a bit. I think just before I left, we launched our first regional program, which was with female journalists, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya. There were 5. Why am I forgetting? There was
Congo?
one. No.
Okay.
I wasn't in Congo, but I remember. I don't mean it like that. No.
Congolese in me, please. So there's another 5th country.
Yeah, there are 4 or 5. Maybe I'll say doll. So, and I remember guys on it like, "Hey, this is unfair. Why are you being biased?"
Yes.
East Africa also has Sudan, South Sudan, Watuwa Congo. Excuse.
Yes.
We also want to be part of this. Yeah. And I was like, wow, maybe next time, because we got so many applications. I think Baraza had really good projects. They have really good concepts and ideas, right? And so if you're able to execute, the things can go really well. There was that. I also did, we did our first podcasting hackathon, if you've ever heard of such a thing.
Yes.
Right? That was, I remember, the inaugural Africa Media Festival. And we had PRX, which is Public Radio Exchange, I think. And they're podcasting in the US. And they got some funding to come to Kenya. So we collaborated on our podcasting hackathon. And we did something called a design sprint, where we had an application. We're telling guys, please send your application. You can be part of this hackathon. Let me tell you.
Aki Baraza Lab.
On the day.
I sent emails. I applied.
You did? Oh my goodness.
June has left group and I'm like, I wrote to her.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, scratch that.
It was, when we had the Africa Media Festival, let me tell you, when they announced on stage, kuna podcasting hackathon upstairs, whoa. So many people came in and I was like, wow, these numbers we actually can't.
Yeah, we can't handle.
The numbers are too many. So please, if you registered, you can join us.
Yes.
If you didn't, ata hatuna space.
At Chukui Walk-ins.
Poleni. But it was amazing. We had really good concept come out of that, right? And at that point, I think we only needed now is money. We just needed funding.
Yes.
These guys can go and execute their prototypes.
But funding came in?
No, when you're doing the first one, how kujangi na hizo pesa zote, you don't come armed, and a lot of the time, people are waiting to see first, can you execute?
Yes.
And then now they're like, okay, you can. So next time we'll put some money. Yeah. So that went well. Like I started doing some research in the creative economy. I was really interested just in what people are doing out there. And actually, it's quite interesting. I think what I learned a lot from the research is that, hey, there's a lot of work to be done, right? And I think, to be honest, pioneers are kind of isolated, and then there's everybody else. Hata hapa katikati, it's like people are just in limbo.
Gatekeepers.
Honestly, there was a lot of gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping
came through Sana. And I was like, because there's so much talent. But you find there's some people who are really doing the most to help young people, right? If you look at like Muthoni Drama Queen, with her Perform Incubator, right? And the way she takes up so much musical talent, what she's doing for the whole music industry, for example.
One of the few,
right?
Yes.
But so the thing is, like, we're lacking in structures, number one. So I think, when there's some kind of order, there are at least processes you can follow and something you can achieve. But also that order is put together by proper leadership.
Okay.
Right?
So it starts from up there.
Yes.
If we do not have the proper leadership, then everything wobbles.
Of course.
There's no direction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if you have proper policies and everything is so good on paper, but if you're not able to execute, and who executes? It's the people who are in, exactly.
And then the same people who are up there are the people who know Kinadi, Pigia D. Forgetting there is new talent down here.
100%.
There are people we have to mentor.
Yeah,
there are people who we have to help them climb the ladder.
Yeah.
There's what I've come to realize in the industry, in the content creation industry, a few people are willing to mentor and help these young ones. And then there are those who are just comfortable. We're here. I struggled. It took me 10 years.
Okay. There's that also.
It took me 10 years.
Yeah.
Ijakuwa rahisi kufika hapa.
So, it's true. It's like, okay, because me no one helped me.
Why should I help you?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Right? Go and hustle for yourself.
Why is it so easy for you now? Nyi mko saizi, at least kuna podcast mnapata mic. Kuna CC hub unaweza enda ukai record. Sisi hatukuwa na mtu.
Yeah.
So that mentality has to change. In that same structure and order you're talking about, that mentality has to change from up there.
100%.
It is fine, we've had kina Juni Njete, we've had kina Dennis Nene, kina Nani. But who are the Gen Zs that are also doing this? Where's the fresh blood? Where are the young ones? What can we do to bring these ones in?
Right.
I've said my say.
I feel like those guys, the Gen Z you're talking about, are, of course, extremely talented. What I like about Gen Z, and I'm not Gen Z, I'm millennial.
We are millennial, young at heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love how outspoken they are. So even when you ask them, what solutions can you bring to the table? They're willing to say. What are the challenges? They're willing to say.
And like,
What can we do?
Yes.
You know, they're willing to say.
It's like we're raising children who are now speaking for us.
100%.
Things we did not do.
Yeah.
The fear we had.
Yeah.
Of either being oppressed, of either being seen that you've chosen sides.
Yeah.
The children we're raising are doing it for us right now.
Yeah.
And those are the right people now we need to hold their hands and mentor and make sure
They
they've
get
climbed
there.
their ladder.
Yeah.
This is you moving from Baraza Lab.
Yeah.
Next move.
Now I'm over to CC Hub. Also iHub. So CC Hub acquired iHub in 2019.
Okay.
And they've been soft launching different things just to let so that the brand can also speak, right? So that people can know CC Hub is actually behind iHub, right?
So what is if you're to break it down for someone who totally does not understand CC Hub, iHub, what happens in there, what programs, what projects, what do you guys do in there? Yes.
So in summary, it's a co-creation space.
Okay.
All the spaces. So CC Hub owns about 4 others. There's one in Namibia, in Rwanda, the 2 in Nigeria, and then here in Kenya, right? All these spaces are for co-creation. They're for innovation. They're for ecosystem mapping. And I mean that like through research. There's also for startup support. That's through grant funding. That's through projects. So we do all this. CC Hub is in education, in tech and society, in creative economy, in now the startup ecosystem, which includes
the hub.
I'm telling you,
Yes, all under
everything is there. Now we're even dabbling in AI. Like, whatever is coming, we're trying.
Yes.
Anything
new, you're on it. You
we're
don't
on
have to be left
it.
behind.
We don't have to be left behind. But we also, at the heart of it, is to build community and also just to foster that growth, right? I think at the heart of CC Hub is also just to, like I said, serve as a foundation to foster a certain growth for people in all these diverse areas to grow, right? Absolutely. And so everyone, like you see at CC Hub, is working on a very interesting project that's designed to make Africa better at the end of the day, right? And so we do that through, for example, now for us at Creative Economy, we have research, we have community, we have infrastructure, right, that we focus on. And so for us, like you just said, what are we doing to help the younger generation?
Exactly.
We have the accelerators, we have the incubations, we have the master classes. Skills development is very, very big at CC Hub. And you'll find you do that through webinars, right? They're the virtual master classes. And they're open to the public. So anyone who is, if you receive our newsletter or on our socials, you can be able just to plug in. And you watch these people that you've admired, you listen to them speak, you take down notes. I've had, and from a lot of people who come to this space right now at iHub, which is on James Gishuru, a lot of people, reminisce on what iHub did for them before COVID, because iHub was very supportive, right? So they come back into the space feeling like they're at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like, guys, I remember how you guys supported us, what you did for us. So we're here, and we're back. We want to stay.
We're part of this.
Exactly. And so you see, that can only be, that can only happen through community.
Yes.
If people don't feel like they're part of a community, they walk in and walk out.
And community does not forget a good deed.
Yes, 100%. Yes. So you see, it doesn't matter where we move to, they'll come to you.
They will.
Sindio? So that's exactly what happened. So now we're in a new space at Jahazi, and we are now just like, welcoming people back into the space. We're telling them the workstations are open, the offices are open, the events are happening, the projects
are open.
The podcast studios are open. Hey. And the lunch was good, right?
It was amazing.
Thank you.
It was really nice. What does June Injete do at CC Hub?
So I'm the project manager for the entertainment.
Nionyesha ule Mungu wewe unamuombaga. It's manager.
No, let me tell you. I don't know. A friend of mine was like, you're blessed in jobs, Unaplayingi unapata. Kwani what do you do? So and then I know, honestly, I think sometimes you don't think about it as a blessing. Lakini mtu mwingine akwambia like, oh, by the way.
Yes, it is.
You're right.
When you sit and think about it,
you're
like, okay, God, thanks.
I know.
Nilikuwa nimesahau, but
yeah,
it is totally
it's true, because you hear people who have not been in jobs for 3 years, 5 years. See at hawana qualifications.
I deserve.
Yes. Everyone deserves. You have the qualifications, you have the capacity, you can do it.
So when someone actually reminds you and tells you like, oh, by the way,
yeah,
this is a blessing.
It's just like what you're saying, because it's like, Wait, what? Yeah. So now the project manager, we have an entertainment hub program there. We're focused on gender balanced stories, and we want to achieve this at a mainstream level using entertainment. So we're looking at filmmakers, people in TV, content creators, actors, anybody in entertainment. Okay. We want you guys in our space.
You're about to tell them I'm your student.
We want you in our space. Yeah, Dee is one of us. She's amazing.
Actually, I need to look at that camera. If you're a content creator, you have it. Just like we said before, you don't need to have microphones, a broadcaster. You have content. There's something you can say. You can talk to people. You have a message. Today, CC Hub is the place. We will tell you the social media pages. You need to follow them. You need to be in the next cohort. Yes, I'm in Gumbaru there. It started in December. I'm a student there. And I love it. You guys know me being on radio for this long time. I mean, schooling, education, ainaga mwisho. Every single day you learn something new. I went in and I knew, I did not know a lot of things. So CC Hub is the place to be. Wow. You need to be in the next cohort. When is the next cohort coming in?
So applications will start going out in March.
In March. Okay. So look out. March applications. You want to tell them your social handles, where they need to follow, where they need to join, LinkedIn, wapi. Don't say, nobody should come and complain and say, I didn't see. You didn't announce.
Yeah.
You chose people. Muli letter gatekeepers.
Aki, my goodness. No, it's not like that.
So tell them your pages.
CC Hub, we have so many pages, but you can go to Entertainment and Media Hub. That's on IG. LinkedIn, on an IG. Yeah, we maintain the same handle.
Yes.
So we don't confuse you guys. So Entertainment and Media Hub on Instagram and on LinkedIn. That's where we post most of our stuff. We have a newsletter for the Creative Economy Practice. CC Hub also has one. So if you want to know more about the whole organization, subscribe to the CC Hub newsletter. For Creative Economy, we have the Creative Economy Practice newsletter.
Umesema Facebook ni waze. Amko uko.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's what Gen Z say.
No, I think when I have Facebook, like, it need to be. Let me just be honest.
Let's stick with these two. They're like Facebook people. Kitwili trend jana. Facebook waneka sana.
No, I think, let me tell you that if you want to be chap and you want to get the younger people, you have to be on Instagram, and then we have the creatives who are also professionals, and then LinkedIn.
You guys are not on TikTok?
No, do we have a TikTok? I don't think we have a TikTok.
You should.
I don't think I have a TikTok, but let me not speak on that.
Yes.
Because the comms person is the best person to tell you.
Yes, to tell me about that.
But iHub has a TikTok.
Awesome.
Yeah. And iHub is part of us. iHub also has a LinkedIn. They also have an Instagram. And so we co-share our content because we want everyone to see it. Whether you're part of the iHub following or CC Hub or CEP, you have to be. We share the content. So please, all our information goes out on our socials. And as long as you stay there, you will definitely be in the know.
Yeah. You've been in the industry, if I can just sum it up and say, you've been in the content creation industry for a while. You have seen talent, you have grown talent, you have also grown and evolved with talent.
Right.
What I'm about to just ask you to compare, because when we speak about talent, lots of talent, like let's say film, Nigeria, Niger, you're not going to leave them behind. If you want to talk about people who can act, it is them.
Yeah.
So there's a CC Hub in Lagos, and then there's you guys in Nairobi.
Yeah, I have.
In comparing talent, Kenyan talent and Nigerian talent, how would you rate it? What would you say? Are we doing better? Are we still behind? Generally, content creators in Kenya, what can you say about us?
I feel like what I noticed the difference between, like, what stood out to me, the Nigerians and the Kenyans.
Yes.
For Nigerians, it's their bread and butter.
Yes.
If someone decides, if someone decides they're a filmmaker, imagine that's all they're doing.
Yes.
And I found that surprising because here you'll be doing content, alafu jioni maybe you have a DJ gig.
Yes.
Alafu weekend.
Maybe even have an 8 to 5.
Right.
You just decide you want to go and shoot trees in Karura.
Yeah.
Walking.
Yeah,
For them, that's a job.
You're also
this
MC.
Is my livelihood.
Yeah. Here you'll have many things, of course, because you need to make ends meet.
Yes.
Nigerians will be like, this is it. If it's music,
octa.
It's music.
I go oct.
Yeah. And they're so focused on that. Yes. And I think for them, it's like, they don't hold anything back. They're going for it.
Yes. You judge, you talk.
They're going for
Mimi
it.
imeenda.
Ameamua. Then this is it.
Yes.
And also because they're musicians, they're actors, have been very successful. You know, they have a lot to hope for. Because they can see these people, actually their lives are changing.
Yes.
You know, when you see...
This from my hood.
Yeah. When you see lives transform, you know that actually has such a huge impact on someone. They stay driven. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah, but as opposed to here, we don't have so many people who have made it to that level, you know, whereby you're seeing people winning Oscars, nominated, Grammys. You know, you're living another life that's, you know, that American dream, quote unquote.
Yes.
But this guy is from your home. You know his
This
cousin.
guy has gone for it.
Yeah. And he's making it now. So I think also seeing your own people succeed at such a level
Climb the ladder.
is very important. So they stay focused. They stay very, very focused. Because
Back home,
they also have a lot of challenges, by the way.
Nani wengi.
They have a lot of challenges.
Back in the days, I used to work for Oprah Williams.
Yeah.
A director, producer, Night of 1,000 Laughs. And Oprah used to tell me, Diane, you people are not men in this country. The talent that is in Nigeria.
Right.
Comedians are like, in one hood, they're like 5,000.
Yeah.
Because I was asking him, how do you get to choose talent to get the likes of Basket Mouth when he used to bring them to Kenya and team up with Kina Churchill?
Yeah.
He tells me it's hectic. By the time you see I've come with these people,
Yeah.
this is the best, but there
Of
is
the
another
best.
level wako tu
Yeah.
hapa nyuma
Yeah.
of the best.
Yeah.
Ni wengi, but they still make it. What is eating us? What is wrong with us here back home? Now come back to us.
So okay, first of all, it's that level of focus where it feels like it's a do or die thing. And then also I feel like we do a lot of experimentation here. You know when you're not really like, today you want to do your podcast,
Yes.
tomorrow you'll decide you're doing influencing.
The
next day
I'm at a corporate gig.
exactly.
Saturday,
So
I'm a dancer.
when do you actually get time to focus on something enough to grow it?
Inconsistency.
Yeah. So even the other day I saw something on LinkedIn, the boring consistency that produces something amazing. When people stay
Yes.
consistent to something, hata kama inakubo. In the
Well,
morning,
but
you're doing it. In the evening, it's just like you said, because you were doing it from your phone and then you became D,
Yes.
presenter 001. Without consistency, honge kwa hapa. Sindio?
Absolutely.
So I think there's that, but also we have to appreciate the
The ones who have given it their all.
100%, like the way Sauti Soul just committed. And said, guys, we're going to make music a career. And they did.
And we will sing, we will make money.
Yeah.
And we will be big.
Yeah, we'll make money.
Yes.
That time, there's no other musicians you really know who are making money. But there they are, And now everyone's like, yeah, you definitely want to be like Sauti Soul. They
Yes.
have these international collaborations. They're doing amazing. They have Soul Academy now. They are part of mega programs. They're also mentoring young people, and they're doing this around the country.
So it is doable.
It's doable.
We can do it.
I think you just need to commit.
All we need to do is commitment, consistency, and focus on that one thing.
I think content creators also need to think like entrepreneurs. They need to think like, mini biashara.
For some of us is in ukalulu tu ya social media. Wacha nifanye video wacheke.
If you think about how you're going to make money, how you're going to grow from day one, the way you think about your career.
Yes.
After 2 years, I want to be doing this. I want to do my master's degree after how long? I want to be in this company after 5 years. I want to be making this much when I get to a certain point in life, after being in a certain profession. Yeah. I think if we thought about content creation, whatever our craft is like that, you definitely be in those spaces, right? At those times you've already outlined for yourself. Actually, opportunity favors those who are ready.
By the way, is there something I always tell guys? Because you find guys who want to, dini hook up, nataka kuingia radio, dini saidie. Then, adverts are out there. We're looking for a presenter. We're looking for this. Then the next thing, it is Juni Njete behind the mic. No boss is ready to start teaching you ABCD. Washa mic hapa, azima hapa. Opportunities is looking for who is ready.
100.
Because, sometimes guys will say they just put the adverts out there for formality. But in real sense, I'm going to poach you.
Yes.
Because me, I want to make money.
Yeah.
Me, I'll go for June.
Yeah.
I want to make money.
Yeah.
So you who's lagging behind us, skumoja tu, someone is scouting for talent. And June has been doing podcast.
They're going for
and
that
we want
person.
someone behind the mic.
Yeah.
That is the person that they'll go for.
Exactly.
Opportunity looks for who's ready.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, Ati favors the bold, favors the who. No, it favors you if you're ready.
Yes.
Someone walks into a room and if you're ready and
You're
you
ready.
and you put yourself together properly, guess
Yes.
what? You get it.
Yes.
If you speak out, because you also need to be able to, tete for yourself.
Yeah.
You can't just wait. You wait and it will pass you.
It's not like you sit home and wait for employment to come and get you.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Toka nje, tembea, enda tafuta. Let people know about you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mentorship.
Okay.
Talent. Mentors. Managers. Discipline. You've been in the content creation, you know us. Do you feel what we lack mostly is mentorship? Someone to look up to, someone to listen to, someone to guide us? Because a lot of us, this is from me to you, we feel, mi najua. Si mi ni comedian. Mi najua, mi niko sawa.
Yeah.
What do you think about mentorship? Because mentorship is something that you've done. That's why I brought that up.
I feel like there are definitely people who are willing to be mentors, people who have reached a certain place in their careers who are like, yeah, I would love to help someone else along, someone else whom I can see is ready or putting in the work. I can speak about Kinandru Gush. They're so passionate about that.
Yes.
Eventually this is something that they're gonna scale, right? This whole mentoring and youth empowerment. So there's that, yes, but then there's also, I don't think sometimes people are not ready to be mentored. And that's when you realize maybe this is not for me.
Yes.
Understand? Labda, you've been saying, I just need the right person, and then everything will be okay. But sometimes when it comes in front of you, you realize, hey, it seems like you're not ready.
Yes.
You're not
this right person that you find and comment, no, this is not you. This is not your thing.
Hey.
You can do better on this other thing.
Yes.
But your mind is set.
Yeah.
Mi nataka kukua hii.
So
there's fear of disappointment.
Yes. And then also when you get there, there's like, again, you're not so committed. As this other younger person, unfortunately. And when someone has given their time, their heart, and they're saying, I want to mentor you, the worst thing you could do is waste their time. The worst thing you could do is waste their time, because
they're from the word you just tell them, I'm not into this thing.
I'm not ready.
Don't try. Yeah,
I'm not ready. Yeah, because someone, in the content, in the creative space, because there are not so many people who have reached maybe this level where you'd love to learn from or whatever. When they give you that time is money, and then they're also they don't want to chase you. There's some people who are chasing them.
Yes.
Yes. Just to be hard.
Just to even have 5 minutes of their time.
Yeah. So when they pick you, there's something they're seeing in you. So you actually really need to go all the way.
Yeah, show the commitment. I want this.
Yeah.
I'm also willing to give it time and grow.
Yeah.
All right. As we wrap it up, Juni Njete, what do you want to tell the young people out here who are looking forward to being content creators, who are making content creators? A word of advice on that camera as we wrap it up.
Ooh.
Over to you.
I think I'd say use what you have. First of all, I think through our creator economy incubator.
Yes.
Wow, I learned a lot as well. The facilitators were just putting out their resources that even me, I've not heard of.
You're also in class with us.
I was in class with you guys, and I'm like, wow, all these things are there. And there's amazing things you can do with the kind of resources that are out there first. So do that. Please stay consistent and take yourself seriously, Take yourself as a business person. Keep time. Please be punctual. Put in the work into your craft and stay consistent. I know sometimes you need to step away, make money, come back. But don't leave it 100%. And then always keep looking. For me, I'm always online trying to see what's new.
Yes.
Where are the new opportunities? Yes. Where can you learn? Where can you better yourself?
Don't just be in that comfort zone.
Exactly. So just, you also have to keep teaching yourself, keep bettering yourself. So stay focused, stay consistent. The opportunities are there. But right now, creative economy is the future.
Yes.
Creative economy, AI, tech is the future. The digital world is the future. Yes. Actually, Africa right now, the number of young people, this whole continent is full of content creators. Yes. So the opportunities in content creation are coming. There are going to be so many. You just need to be ready, right? We're going to be the next quote-unquote Hollywood. Riverwood is coming up, everything is going to happen. Are you seeing how much people are spending now for live performances and to be out there? And I'm one of them, I just love to go and see what Kenyans are doing now in theater.
Look at what Abel and Phil are doing.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yes. It's a whole platform now. Huh?
A totally different space.
Exactly.
You remember,
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was June Injete. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for staying here. What I want to say, and I want to insist, and I want to tell you that I'm speaking to, you young content creator, you millennial who's feeling nenda kufanya nini class na watoto. My dear, there's a lot to gain. At CCHub, at iHub, that's where you belong. That's where you need to be. That's, okay, I'm not talking about the money. Bye. 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 Bye.